There's a kind of father who swears he will be nothing like his own, and he keeps that promise. That is what makes what happens to him so hard to see coming. Adam was 64 when he finally stopped his own hand. He was standing in his son's apartment on a Wednesday afternoon. The blinds were down. A game controller sat warm on the couch. His son, 31 years old, was explaining why the last job hadn't worked out. The manager, the hours, the drive. Adam had heard this before, in different clothes. And somewhere in the middle of it, without deciding to, his hand had gone into his coat and found the checkbook. His thumb was on the cover. The pen was in his other hand. His body knew the routine so well it had started without him. And for the first time in 31 years, Adam stopped. He looked at his son the way you look at a word you've written 1,000 times until it suddenly looks wrong. He just couldn't read it yet. To understand what Adam saw, you have to go back, all the way back to the kind of father Adam decided to be. Adam's own father had been a locked door, cold, correcting, a man who kept a stopwatch but never a kind word. Adam had spent his whole life promising he would be the opposite, and he was. God, he was. When his son was born, Adam made himself a quiet list. He would go to every game. He did. He would never miss a school play, a recital, a single small thing. He never did. He would never let a compliment arrive with a correction stapled to it. He would never sit at the dinner table like a wall. He would say, "I love you," until the boy grew tired of hearing it. And he built exactly that. A warm house. A father who was there. A boy who never once flinched when Adam walked into a room. Adam was proud of that flinch that never came. He had earned it. He had broken the thing that broke him. But a man watching his own blind spot cannot see it. That is what makes it a blind spot. Here is the small thing Adam never noticed. When his son was 6, they took the training wheels off his bike together on a Sunday in the driveway. The boy fell, skinned his palm, cried, and Adam, good, warm, present Adam, put the training wheels back on that same afternoon. He's not ready yet. The boy rode with those training wheels until he was 9, until the other kids laughed. And even then, it was Adam who finally took them off, quietly, so the boy would never have to ask. Adam thought that was love, and it was. That was the whole problem. It was love with the hard part removed, because Adam had grown up with a father who only gave the hard part. So Adam gave everything except the hard part. The boy grew up in a house where he never fell for long. Every scrape got a bandage before it could sting. Every failure got explained away by dinner time. Every closed door got opened by a father who couldn't stand to watch his son stand outside it. Adam never said no. Not really. No was the one word his own father had specialized in, and Adam had thrown the whole word away. So the boy reached 18 having never heard it. Never lost anything he wasn't immediately handed back. Never stood at the bottom of a hole and understood in his own body that no one was coming to lift him out, because someone always came. The first job ended after 4 months. Adam made a call and a family friend gave the boy a second one. That ended too. There was always a reason, and the reason was always outside the boy. Adam agreed with everyone. It was easier, and Adam had built his whole fatherhood on easier. The apartment came next, and Adam paid the deposit. Then a month when the rent was short and Adam covered it. Then another, a car repair, a credit card, a breakup that left him wounded in a way he'd never learned to carry. Each time, Adam told himself the same thing his father would never have said. "I'm here. I've got you." And each time, without knowing it, he took one more small weight off his son's back, a back that was never allowed to grow strong enough to hold it. By 31, the boy could not hold anything at all. And on that Wednesday afternoon, with the blinds down and the controller still warm, the boy finally said it. Not softly. He'd been holding it for years. "You never let me fail at anything." His voice cracked on it. "You think you were a good father. You were just always there. Every time I fell, you caught me before I even hit the ground. Do you know what that does to a person? I never learned that I could survive anything because you never once let me find out. Adam opened his mouth, closed it. You never said no to me. Not once. And I walked out into the world thinking no wasn't a real thing, that someone would always fix it. And someone always did. You. The boy wasn't shouting now. That was worse. I'm not afraid of you. I was never afraid of you. Maybe I should have been a little. Maybe that would have been something to push against. He looked at his father, 31 years old, and entirely lost. You didn't raise me soft because I was soft. I'm soft because you raised me that way. And I don't know how to start now. I don't even know where the bottom is because you never once let me touch it. The checkbook was still half out of Adam's pocket. He looked down at it, at his own thumb on the cover, at the pen already in his hand, ready 31 years faithful. And he understood what his hand had been doing all these years. Adam pushed the checkbook back down into his pocket. It was the hardest thing his hand had ever done. Harder than any word his own father ever said. Because this time the cruelty, if that's even the word, was in not reaching out, and letting his son stand in the mess without a hand appearing to clear it. He did not write the check. He did not make the call. He did not explain the reason. He looked at his son, this 31-year-old boy he loved past all sense, and he said the only true thing he had. You're right. Then he did the thing he had never once done in 31 years. He picked up his coat, and he left his son alone with the problem. It felt like abandonment. Every step to the door felt like the coldest thing his father had ever done to him. And some quiet part of Adam understood on that walk that his father's coldness and his own warmth had led to the exact same place. A son standing in a room, unequipped. Adam drove home. He went up to the attic, though he could not have told you why. And in a box he had not opened in years, under his own childhood report cards, he found an old photograph. His father, young, at the edge of a running track, a stopwatch in his hand. That flat, closed face. Adam had spent his whole life reading that face as the enemy, the thing to be the opposite of. He sat down on the attic floor and looked at it for a long time. And for the first time, he did not see a cold man. He saw a frightened one, a man who had been given only hardness and so gave only hardness, a man running from his own father the whole way. And Adam finally understood that he had done the same thing. He had spent 31 years looking backward at a locked door, so busy being its opposite that he never looked forward to the sun in front of him. He never asked what this boy needed. He only asked what he himself had lacked, and gave the boy the reverse of it in a flood. He had thought those were opposites. They were the same mistake, walking in different directions. His father gave a wall with no door. Adam gave a door with no wall. Neither one had given a house a boy could actually live in. The stopwatch in the photograph, the training wheels in the garage, Adam saw them suddenly as the same object. Two fathers, each holding the one tool they swore by, each certain the other tool was the danger. He put the photograph in his shirt pocket, over his chest, and he sat in the dark a while longer. There was no fixing 31 years tonight. But for the first time he was looking the right way, forward, at a son who was still alive, still young enough, still his. Tomorrow he would call, not to send money, to say, I can't give you the years back, but I can stop taking the weight. Starting now, when you fall, I'm going to sit with you at the bottom instead of pretending there isn't one. That's the most love I have left that won't hurt you. It was too late for the boy's childhood. It was not too late for the man. And this is where the story becomes yours. Maybe you had a father who was a wall, and maybe you swore, the way Adam swore, to be the opposite, that your child would never feel what you felt. It is a good promise, one of the best a man ever makes. But listen carefully, because this is the part no one warns you about. Being the opposite of your father is not the same as being a good father. It is just a different way of letting him run your hands. If every choice you make is measured against his mistakes, then he is still holding the stopwatch. He is still deciding from 30 years ago which way you run. The wall and the open door are not opposites. They are two men, both looking backward, both so busy answering their fathers that they forget the child standing right in front of them. The one who is not you, who did not live your childhood. So look forward. Look at the actual child or the actual person in front of you, not the ghost of who raised you. Ask what they need, not what you needed. Sometimes love is catching them, and sometimes this is the hard one. Love is letting them feel the ground, so their legs learn they can stand on it. Your father handed you a tool and swore it was the only one. You are allowed to put it down, to pick up a different one. You are even allowed to let your child fall a little on a Sunday in a driveway, and to sit beside them while they cry and not put the training wheels back on. That is not your father's coldness, and it is not your fear dressed up as love. It is the third thing, the thing neither of you was given, the thing you get to build. Character is not inherited. It is built role by role. Play every role like it's the one you'll be remembered for.